Hello, I'm Sam Kavathas with the Illinois State Bar Association, and this is Illinois Law. Our topic for this section is dog bite cases. My guest is Ron Kalish. He's a partner in the firm of Steinberg, Goodman, and Kalish. He's been practicing personal injury law for over 20 years and also handles medical negligence cases. Ron is also a member of the Illinois State Bar Association Tort Committee. Welcome, Ron.
Thank you.
Ron, why don't we talk about our viewers and tell them, is there a law that covers dog bite cases?
There is. There's really two laws. One is a statute called the Animal Control Act, and the other is just what we call common law negligence, which would cover the same events but with different recovery.
And what's a general summary of the Illinois Animal Control Act?
Sure. The Animal Control Act says that if you own or are in control or sort of harboring or have a dog in your house, even if you don't own it, and the dog is not provoked and bites somebody, you are responsible for any injuries it causes.
And if somebody says to you or calls up and says, or watching and says, my dog bites somebody, am I at fault always?
Under the Animal Control Act, as long as your dog was not provoked and it injures somebody, you are responsible for those injuries. And
how about if you have a backyard, you got a fence, and the kid's climbing over the fence into your backyard, or
right.
kind of trespass?
Right. So you have to be you have to be in an area where you're permitted to be. Now, if you're invited into the backyard and your dog harms somebody, you're responsible. If you're not an invited guest and the dog causes injury, then you would not be responsible under the Act.
Now, what if your dog's never bitten anybody before, and all of a sudden it's a surprise to you and your dog bites somebody? I mean, does that make a difference?
It really doesn't. Under the Animal Control Act, it's really basically strict liability, which means if it happens in the way in which the statute provides, you're responsible, even if it's something that's never happened before.
And what are you responsible for the dog bite?
You're responsible for any injuries that your dog caused, which would include medical expenses, which would include scarring or any disfigurement that happens, and any pain and suffering that was associated with that.
So a person might say, my dog bites somebody, now how am I going to pay for all of this stuff? Is there anything that covers you for that?
You should definitely have homeowner's insurance if you own a home, or renter's insurance if you don't, if you rent. It's very inexpensive, and it would cover you for any acts of your animals.
And it covers all the expenses up to whatever your policy limits?
Right, it covers any injuries that your animal caused. And now remember, you want to make sure that you've disclosed in your insurance policy when you apply for your insurance that you have a dog. And so if you get a dog after you've applied for your policy, you want to make sure that you tell your insurance company in writing, hey, I have a dog.
And if it does happen, then you should immediately notify your insurance company of the accident?
Yes, you want to let them know what happened and give them the facts of what happened, and they'll take it from there for you.
How about if your dog bites another dog or another animal? Is that recoverable if you know?
I can tell you that the Animal Control Act doesn't cover it. Whether you would have a claim against another owner, I think is probably not. Okay. But I suppose there's a lawsuit for everything.
Right. Okay, Ron, thanks very much. And thank you for watching Illinois Law. I'm Sam Kavathas.